Hi, Aries. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread today. Whatever comes out is what you need to hear. I've set that intention with Spirit. If you are new, be sure and follow and like on TikTok and YouTube. I post different content on each one. And I also give away free tarot readings on each platform. I'm trying to grow my collective this year, so if you guys could really help me with that, and I would appreciate it. I'm going to pull two of these Oracle, and then we will get into the tarot. Let's see what message Spirit has for you. So we have regeneration, flexible. Interesting. Maybe you need to be flexible right now while you're going through a regeneration. Maybe things are kind of going through a rebirth, so you need to be flexible with how they grow. I turned right to flexible. That's funny. We're going to start with regeneration, though. It's number 46, in case that resonates. I see the regeneration as like a rebirth card. And I like to read these to you because you may pick up on something that I don't. So anyway, just a preference for me. Rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or a loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. So maybe things are just rebuilding for you right now, and you need to be flexible with the way that they're regrowing, rebirthing, transitioning. When we get a second chance or at the same opportunity, it's not going to look exactly the same. So flexible was number 19, in case that resonates. Teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious and stay open. Stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. I love that. So, definitely like some kind of rebirth, regeneration here. And you just need to be flexible in that regrowing. Like I said, things may not be exactly the same, but that's not always a bad thing when you're going through a rebirth. So we'll get into the tarot and get some more information for you here. I think I already told you, but we're going to do the Celtic cross spread. I did past, present, future last week, and I really like those too. I kind of just go with my intuition when I'm doing my readings. If I'm feeling more connected to a reading, then I'll do that one. Let me know what you guys like. If you liked the past, present, future better than the Celtic cross, let me know. I don't mind doing those. If you guys prefer one or the other, I like them both. So obviously I like the Celtic cross. That's the one I usually do. So we have the Hierophant, beliefs, rebirth, regeneration, maybe a change in beliefs and being flexible with those. Your blockages, the Six of Cups. With the Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the World, Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Knight of Cups. I have a mess over here. Sorry. And the King of Wands is the overall outcome. I love it. That's your king. On the bottom, we have the Seven of Wands. So there's a little bit of standing up for yourself here, standing up for your beliefs, defending your beliefs. Also, maybe you're being a little defensive, and that's where you need to be a little more flexible. But like the card said, you never want to compromise your values if you're rebuilding and regenerating something. You can definitely stand up for your beliefs, and maybe that's why you're going through that rebirth. Maybe you're kind of changing beliefs. But we did have the Hierophant here at the height of at the heart of the spread, which is your energy. Like this is the current energy right here, and you're defending these beliefs. So this is about belief systems, traditions. It's about teaching and learning as well. So in that flexible card, it did mention being flexible in learning and your teachings. So the blockage is the Six of Cups, which is about memories, nostalgia. It can also be about like a comfort zone. So maybe you're not changing your beliefs and being flexible due to like not wanting the change. You want kind of stay in this comfort zone and these memories and this nostalgia. And we can kind of get stuck in that when we, when we're not seeing the change for our benefit. You can kind of get stuck in a comfort zone. So the root of this is like a passionate new beginning. So this is a Sagittarius card, fire sign. But this is about like going after your passions, and having that confidence. And it's also about like being free spirited and just following your passions here. So for whatever reason, something is holding you back in your beliefs. Maybe that's a family belief system. So this can be about families. This can be like inner child wounds. Maybe, your family had a certain belief system and now you're standing up for yourself because you're kind of going through this rebirth, and you just need to, when you're flexible with others, you don't have to compromise your principles and your morals, especially if you're changing spiritually, but hold compassion for those that haven't awakened to the level you are. You have to meet people where they are. But this Knight of Wands just says, it's that passion, that adventure. So in the recent past, we have the Page of Wands. So, the Page of Wands is about like adventure, excitement, fresh ideas. And it's about, again, going after opportunities with passion. So I feel like you did. You wanted to take that action, and then you took that action towards this passion of yours. And that could be in your spirituality. This could be about like any kind of belief system that you hold. This could be about your work. This could be about relationships. This could be, whatever belief systems are changing for you. So your higher self, your subconscious, we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles this is about like equal give and take. This person is giving to these others, but it's also about like generosity and, equal give and take. It's about balance too. What you give, you get. So he is holding that scales right here. So I feel like maybe your higher self is telling you that there needs to be like some equal give and take, and also gratitude. Sit in gratitude. That is a card of gratitude. But maybe you were giving too much to relationships, or maybe you're giving too much to something, and your higher self is just telling you, make sure that you're giving to yourself as much as you're giving to others. So in the near future, though, we are closing out a cycle. So we have the World card here. This is about cycles, completions. Sometimes I can see this as like a karmic cycle because this is the World card, and then everything starts over again at the Fool. So I feel like this is a completion of a major like achievement, and that can be in your belief systems. Maybe you're ending a karmic cycle in family patterns, childhood wounds, whatever that is for you. Again, it's a general reading. So Spirit is telling you, again, with this passion, you have the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands. This is about, and then you got the Seven of Wands as the underlying. Spirit is handing you this passionate new beginning, and they're telling you to, grab this leap of faith and go on this journey, take this passionate new beginning here and focus on that. In your environment, the influence here, we have the King of Cups. So you could be dealing with the King of Cups. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It doesn't mean you are. You could just be embodying that energy. So the King of Cups is very empathic. He's very compassionate, very emotionally balanced. He's just he's like a good advisor, like a counselor almost energy. I see him in the Queen of Cups as like healers, counselors. But he's very wise, and he's very, balanced with that head over heart and those emotions. So I feel like that's kind of where you're sitting, unless you're dealing with, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So your hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Cups. So maybe you're hoping for a love offer. This could be a regeneration in a relationship, about belief systems. Maybe, one of you is from a different religious background. Maybe one of you once believes in marriage and the other doesn't. This could also just be about you wanting to follow your heart. So this is like the Prince Charming card. It is like an emotional card. The cups are about your emotions. So this could be about you wanting a love offer. If this is, something that you are wanting and you feel like this is a love reading for you, that could be what you're wanting to call in. But I feel like it's just you wanting to follow your heart and trust your intuition on this passionate new beginning. So the overall outcome, we have the King of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, which is your sign. So the King of Wands is, I feel like this is just you ultimately standing in your power here, coming out on top, embracing this leadership. He sees things from the bigger picture. He is an entrepreneur energy, but, he's also like just this fiery, passionate, optimistic leader, and he's a visionary. So I feel like you are closing out some kind of cycle here with belief systems, and then that just kind of puts you into your power here. I really love this for you. Anytime you can close a cycle and see things from a bigger picture, and maybe that's what that flexible is, seeing things from a bird's eye view and being flexible with others. But you're definitely going through some kind of regeneration. You have ended a karmic cycle here, and again, it could be different for each of you. So what does Aries not see coming, spirits? Does Aries not see coming? Awesome. Okay. So we have the Two of Cups, which is about balance. It's also about partnerships, unions. So you could be calling in someone here in a relationship. Maybe this is you changing your belief systems about, you two being able to work things out. You could just be calling in a relationship, or, closing out this karmic cycle in beliefs. Maybe this was a belief about love or the way you open up. And now that you've closed this karmic cycle, it's kind of opened your heart up. With this follow your passions, follow your heart, it's also about opening your heart. So maybe you're just opening more to relationships. And you could have a Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords is, she's very truthful, very honest, very she's very good at communication. She is very guarded at times. So she's open to receive, but she also has very good boundaries. So if you're not calling in, it's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If it's not an air sign, then it's just you embodying this Queen of Swords energy. So did I say Queen of Wands a minute ago? I don't know. But this Queen of Swords. So maybe you're stepping into that King of Wands and it's calling in, a divine counterpart with these two together. And this is a wish fulfillment for you. If you're not calling in a love partner, then this could just be like a business partner or some type of partnership that you're calling in here as a wish fulfillment. So again, take it how it resonates. But either way, I really love that energy. That Queen of Swords, she is good with communication, again, with her boundaries. This could be about your boundaries. Maybe, after you've gone through this regeneration, this rebirth, then you're holding your boundaries, but you're still open to receive this wish fulfillment in love. This could just be you calling in a love relationship here and being open, but yet keeping your boundaries. And maybe that's what you're hoping and wishing for here. So what do they need to focus on, Spirit? Actions and advice. I've been getting lots of love readings lately. So interesting. So you got the King of Swords, which is like actions and advice. So maybe embrace more of your King of Swords energy. So you're being asked to grow and expand here after holding back. So for some reason, you could feel like you were being held back, but also see this gift that Spirit is handing you. So when you look at the Ace cards, they have a hand, and it's Spirit handing you a gift, and they're trying to hand you this. So, if you haven't quite ended this cycle, because it is in your near future, try to see that Spirit is trying to hand you this new beginning, this cup here, and try not to be so closed off to it. You know, with the Knight of Cups here, open your heart, go after your heart's desires, and I feel like that's what you do want to do. So this is just Spirit telling you to take this gift that they're handing you. Maybe it just doesn't look like you thought it would. And this is so the King of Swords is, again, air sign, Aries, or not, you're Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So he is very head over heart, very logical. So this could be Spirit just telling you to step more into like logic here, and try not to, you know, when you're stepping into a love relationship, it's hard not to be emotional, but maybe just kind of, you know, use your head, try not to be so complacent with things, but also like be truthful and honest, and, you know, focus on your growth here. You also may be traveling. So you could be traveling to see this person, or they could be traveling to see you. But this is just like, I feel like Spirit's telling you to be open to growth and progress here, and make some decisions with logic. And then, you know, be open to receive this relationship. Maybe, again, you have been closed off, but you are ending a cycle. So, you know, maybe you want to stay in your comfort zone and you don't want a love relationship. Maybe you just, you know, sometimes we want love, but we don't want love. We're afraid of it. So maybe that's kind of the energy you've been sitting in, because your blockage here was your comfort zone. So maybe get out of your comfort zone in order to meet this person, or get out of your comfort zone in order to open up to this person, because we can kind of stay in that comfort zone and not open our heart to people. And, you know, that can kind of close things off, and, or put things at a standstill. So, but I really love this for you. You know, you're definitely stepping into that King of Wands energy, and you got some wish fulfillment coming here in some type of partnership. So I wish you the best of luck, Aries, and I will see you next time. Bye.